Adriens Departure by Dani V. Adrien. Chapter 3. Old Warehouse.
After learning about this warehouse, checking it out became a #1 priority. If I could get in there and see the rest of Grandpa's animatronics, I could prove what he did. Prove his machines are monsters. And once I did, maybe he'd listen, and I can figure out what happened to Dad and Uncle Billy. My heart was racing the closer I was driving to this place. Honestly, a part of me didn't want to go. I didn't want to know the horrors that hide inside these walls. But I kept going. What felt like forever instantly came to an end. And there it was, the warehouse. This place was untouched for 20 years or so. All I remember was the total silence. No wind, no birds, no cars, nothing. Just the ringing in my ears and the voice of reason telling me to turn back. I didn't listen. I looked all around for a way inside. The doors were kept locked shut. The windows were high up, impossible to reach. Finally, I found the storage door entrance. A big metal door used for trucks to drop off anything for storage. There was a small crack in the opening, so I got down and crawled underneath. And honestly, I almost didn't fit. Though I was able to pull myself in, all the force made the big door drop and caused the loudest, biggest noise and echo. It was almost like it didn't end. While walking around, I found so much junk. I found so many other animatronics belonging to companies I've never really heard of, though Crafty HQ I'd seen before. Drove past the company and saw tons of ads everywhere. These animatronics were covered in so much dust, I felt like I couldn't breathe. Some were in okay condition. Others were basically what seemed beyond repair. I finally came across who and what I was looking for. Cortez and Edward, the party animatronics. I put my gloves on carefully and opened them up. I learned how to do this from Samantha's older brother, who gave me Cortez's blueprints. So, I knew Edward would be the same. Just like Edward's body back at Party Power Pizza, veins along the endoskeleton, along with a heart. This time, I found a new part. Looking at the blueprints, I learned about the brain personality capsule device, which holds the current brain of Cortez. I thought it was just another term for the wiring of animatronics, but I was wrong. I was very wrong. Inside the head was a live, working brain, in perfect condition. I paid no attention to realize, but Cortez's heart was beating the whole time. My head blocked it out, but there it was, a live heart beating, a brain working, and veins pulsing. It seemed there was a battery and various machines used as an electrical energy source, as a stand-in for what would be blood in the human body. I made sure Edward's head was the same as it was. This thing was creepy without the rest of its body. I wanted to figure out a way to remove them, even though it seemed disgusting. The second I carefully touched the heart of Cortez, I heard its mechanics work and click. His body was moving, and quickly he moved up and started to cough. I ran and hid behind some boxes as he started talking. I tried to record it, but I forgot my tape recorder. All I remember was he was freaking out about his body being opened up. Eventually, he had put himself back together, and while doing so, he was yelling and asking who did this. My eyes had never seen something more human and horrible than what I'm about to tell you. They all woke up. The other company's animatronics started to move and speak freely. They were telling Cortez they didn't do it. A small blue bunny came up to him. The suit looked like the same style as a party animatronic. I kept that in mind. The only way out was through the windows. I'd climbed an old rusty ladder, it creaked, and they all stared. I started walking over, and scared out of my mind, I punched the glass window and jumped, barely landing on my feet as I ran to my car and drove away as fast as possible. Once I was back at Samantha's forensics lab, she tended to my glass-filled hand. It was so painful, but in the moment of running away, I hadn't felt a thing but fear itself. I told her about what I found and saw, and she thought maybe it was my mind playing tricks on me. But she knew damn well what was inside these suits and robots. I knew what I saw. I was going to prove it. But before I do that, I have to learn one more piece of vital information. The blueprints I have say Cortez version 2. So, where's version 1? And who is the blue bunny animatronic? Maybe those last two answers can be what leads me to the final answer of the secrets behind VA Party Co. and the Adrien family.